Anyway, so welcome to I think it's the fourth episode now of the Paid Perceptions podcast with me, Sam Cohen, the founder of Paid Perceptions, and David.
And me, David Dasilma.
So, this podcast, we just go over, some paid media news for the week and kind of see if there is anything interesting for us to discuss. Um, anyway, so first topic for this week, and it's the headline topic, is and this is from First Post, and I will actually just share my screen to show this. But this is about BMW owners furious after Spider-Man movie ad appears on their dashboard screens. So if you had if you have a BMW that I think is one of the newer models, it's like 2020, I think one and above, um, you would get it's 2020 and above. They have this like nice big screen here for you to where they put all of the controls because apparently everyone thinks manual controls are overrated now in cars. So everything has to be on a screen. But if you have your
What is this? Surprise, Spider-Man
if you
just
turn your
dropped into
car
your
on, you get like this notification. It's like surprise, Spider-Man just dropped into your BMW. And when you click it, you get an ad that plays for the new Spider-Man movie in your car.
I think that's so cool. but
I
but
mean,
but where it's terrible is people like my daughter and even myself. We would probably be upset not because of the advertising feature, but because the spoilers. Like we were on vacation, and it started coming on, and all of a sudden we saw a certain thing, and we were like, no, because just that little thing gave away so much. So like I ran away and like went into the bathroom and like plugged my ears. She just kept like kind of looking and looking, so she saw a little bit more than I saw. I was way surprised when I saw the movie, but I'd actually be upset. That's a really good advertising format, but I don't think it should just for movies and TV shows. No, for everything else, that's actually a really good ad like a format. I mean, not for the driver. That's like probably not the best. But if there's passengers or something, I don't know. If somebody's blessed enough to have a bunch of people in their car.
yeah, but the thing about it though is that while it might be an interesting like ad, it is basically something that so you paid, however much for a premium car for a BMW and one
Right.
with, that the quality of the screen,
Right.
which controls everything in the car.
Oh, okay.
And then, BMW decides to show ads on it.
Yeah. Interesting.
So, and it's something that just as soon as you turn the car on, like this thing shows up.
It's like my car. My new car. It's like my new car.
So it's almost unavoidable
Yeah.
for it to show up. I think I think while the format is interesting and honestly like is this ad going to be effective? I mean, probably.
Hmm.
Because it is kind of an interesting use of a like an integrated screen to show advertising.
Hmm.
But like, is it something that they should probably be pushing? Probably not,
Yeah. Yeah.
because it's just when people get in their car and they want to go somewhere and not watch an ad
That's very true. Yep.
about Spider-Man,
What
even
about
if the movie is good.
what about Ubers and that kind of stuff?
What do you mean?
Like, what about like Uber or Lyft? Like, for the passenger, like in the passenger, like the cabs used to have in Korea, they used to have like the TVs playing for everybody in the back, like
Really?
playing. Yeah,
Oh,
like you could select even real cab, even like regular cabs, like not even Ubers and stuff. Always had like there's some sort of game you can play in the back. You can sometimes play games on it. You could. You could just watch stuff. Korea for sure. They had tons of that stuff. Yeah.
I've never taken a cab, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I've taken a lot of them. But in Korea, that's what we had to like. I mean, that's what we did. Even though we drove there and stuff, but that was military trucks and vehicles and stuff. But when it came to the driving, most of us, yeah, we like trained and cabbed everywhere. And the cabs, like they had all the. It was sometimes it was really cool. Like even a long drive to the ambulance, or sorry, in a not ambulance, but like one of those sprinter van type ambulances. When my child's mom was pregnant with Evie, they had like entertainment. Like there's all these screens everywhere. Like Koreans were so far ahead of us when it came to our technology, but the way they did it was very clunky and not sleek. Like whereas see how those that design is built right into the chair. Koreans would have like a screen here, a screen here, a screen here, a screen here, and, like just a complete mess. But it could like sense police coming. It could do like you name it, they could do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's interesting. I think like for like in the case of them having it for the passengers, I think like that is a lot more tolerable, especially like in a more commercial setting.
Right.
Like I think that makes sense. But like if it's your car and you paid for it, and then
Hmm.
you do get that ad, it's kind of uh it could be annoying, and what it does it opens up as well the possibility that if they're trying this to see how it goes down
Hmm.
effectively, and I don't think it's gone down super well. But who knows? I mean, they're probably going to. I don't know. Really, this is more traditional. This is more traditional advertising at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Although the ability to target people specifically who have a type of car and for it to be 100% accurate because it's going into that car specifically, um, is really valuable from an advertiser perspective,
Hmm.
because like for a fact that the person who's seeing this ad has this car, and that car, you they're higher end cars, so kind of for a fact that person has money, or they just you know are paying a ton of interest.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
so so it's a good
Which
option for
which kind of
targeting.
means which sort of means the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same actionable result anyway.
Yeah. So I don't know, it opens the option of, okay, if it works uh enough, then they're going to continue doing it.
Well,
And
here's a simple solution: opt in or opt out. I'd totally opt into it. 100% opt in. I would opt in
probably makes
because
sense, to be honest.
yeah, I would totally opt in because so far what I've noticed is when I let advertisers, pretty good ones, just like affect me and I feel something physically, like from that feeling, like an emotion,
Mhm.
especially like in my heart cavity, an emotion because I saw a TV show or a commercial or whatever. That's why I love those commercials that I tell you that I memorized. Is because like if I feel something, then I will actually pay attention to that product because whether it took money, uh, you know, uh, getting leverage, like getting a huge loan or whatever, etc. That's still a lot of work, a lot of proving this, proving that. Like somebody has to believe in you, etc. So just for them to afford to like really get in front of like a pretty scrutinizing person like myself and actually affect me, well, then I'm probably going to pay attention to their product the next time. So I don't know. It's a good use of resources, and by all means, like however somebody gets there, it takes a lot of creativity and drive as well. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if they did have the opt out, I think people would be more okay with it.
Oh, they have to do it.
Because
It's not even a question. They have to provide that.
yeah, but like this one didn't though, and it's
Oh,
just there on everyone's car.
oh no. That's the U2 thing. Apple did that with U2 Apple iPhone. Do you remember that? I want to say it was 10 years ago, 10 to 12 years ago, um, maybe less. iPhone came out with the new iPhone, and then it automatically came with a full U2 album that nobody
Really?
wanted. Yeah, everybody loves U2. Like even at the Sphere, people complain about U2 because everybody wants all the 22 hits that they have, which is a lot, right? And then that's an insane catalog. And then they keep trying to perform new stuff, and they medley through the catalog, and no one cares. And I love U2 to death. No one cares. They care. We care about the hits. Just keep playing the hits, And then so anyway, they did this thing with tied in with Apple, and it was genius marketing. They thought, oh, this perfect partnership, etc. People were revolted. People who love U2 just revolted that they were forced. Even I listened to the album. I was like, this is really good, but I wanted it off my phone just for the fact that like I didn't get asked, and I didn't opt into anything at that time. So I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have opted in, mind you, but the fact that I didn't pissed me off.
Yeah. It probably like if it was opt-in, I'd be okay with it.
Yeah,
But if it wasn't, then
can't get everybody.
yeah. But yeah. So as far as like I know we've been discussing it, but like as far as discussion topics, um, is this the fate of everything that's connected to the internet? Which means that if it's connected to like these BMWs are connected to the internet.
Yeah,
They are, meaning they can get like real-time updates
yeah,
from satellites,
yeah.
which is what they're using. So is everything that doesn't currently have an ad on it, if it's connected to the internet, is it going to have ads on it in the future? Are they going to just find a way?
Yes, but it always does. But subtly, you know, it always does subtly. Like there's always an ad. Oddly, okay, so I'm wearing this hat that I found at I think it was like D&D discounts, right? Over in like North Carolina or South Carolina, one of the Carolinas. This was North Carolina. This was D&D discounts. I got this hat from. Uh, D&D discounts isn't paying me to say that. I'm just saying that that's where I got the hat. 'Cause that's where I got the hat, and it was really cheap, and I really like it. It's gold, like it's amazing. So I just gave them free advertising, or not like unpaid advertising, like user generated content. I literally just gave it away because I was happy with the product. It was like a good exchange, and I said their actual name. What are they going to sue me for? What are they going to be like the people that want to flay you? Like, what are they going to sue me for saying their product was really good? So anyway, but also this is the American flag. I'm advertising America. We don't know who's watching this from where. This is literally an ad for the United States of America. This is literally an ad for the US, and the US has to advertise as well, right? So like I don't know whether or not there's an exchange of physical dollar bills happening is one thing. Whereas if you just keep like, you know, like just like having real testimonials, letting people opt into things, opting into seeing like deeper testimonials, that kind of stuff. Just always allow the person to opt in. For me, I'm completely opted in. Like me and my friend Nicole used to talk about all the time. Dude, the advertisers know me. They know exactly. They're listening to me. They know me. They know. So why would I resist? like aside from the YouTube thing, I don't resist. Just like, okay, like I guess I'm listening to this now. Spotify.
Yeah, I don't with ads. I just kind of I don't ignore them, and I don't ignore them because I am interested in the uh like in the breakdown of like what the ad is. Like
Hmm.
it's almost like just I'm interested from a technical perspective
Right.
as to what the ad is, not necessarily the content.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I don't really spend like a whole lot of time just I don't know. I won't like watch ads if I don't have to.
Right.
But if they're there, I will take a look at them, and if they're interesting, then I'll go and I generally like don't buy anything from ads.
Yeah.
But at least like I'm interested in it.
Yeah, I like the YouTube ads. Sorry, I didn't like the YouTube ads. That's why I bought YouTube Premium. I didn't like the YouTube ads because of when it would interrupt certain parts of a podcast, right? Like where things are getting really interesting, and then all of a sudden it would, cut out. And it's not like an elitist thing. Those ads really sort of interfered, is what I thought, when I was a free user. And then when I became premium user, I think that I don't actually mind the in the in video reads, like, and they even give you like a skip button where you can actually skip the button even if it's in video. These days I've slowed down so much, like I actually like listen to the read because like it's so related to it's usually related to the podcaster or their subject matter. And I know myself, I've been offered a couple of times now by different web company type things to do like a whole episode just on them, and I won't unless I'm doing an honest review, like, like I can be completely honest. Like if it sucks, then I'll have to say it sucks. So I've been delaying them. They keep asking to do like a review. And they'll sponsor the podcast or whatever, and it's like,
This
I'll
one or like your personal one?
my personal one, not this one. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm just like, yeah, I'm not about to. I'm not about to sign my life away if you suck. What am I supposed to say? Oh, they suck, and then they're paying me. I mean, I guess no publicities or all publicity is good publicity, but I don't think so.
Yeah, most people like it's not worth it generally. And if you promote something that sucks, people are going to be less likely to trust you in the future. So,
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yep.
um, so on to the more just direct advertising stuff.
Right.
So there has been another weekly drop for ChatGPT ads. So this week they have conversion optimization for product feed campaigns. So before they had like last week, you had like conversion.
Anybody
It's like
enlarging
standard.
that a little bit for some people in the
Yeah,
audience if they're watching?
better now.
Yeah. I mean, it was always good for me, but just making sure it's big enough. Because I noticed that on Riverside, they do make the share screen a little bit small. So
Yeah, I wonder if there's a way to change that, but I don't really know.
yeah, I played with it. I haven't found a way yet. But anyway, sorry.
Yeah, I might be able to do this,
Oh yeah, that's
which
good.
might be
It turns to speaker mode or something.
which might be better.
Yeah, yeah.
But or is it? Is it actually showing?
Yeah, it's showing.
Yeah.
It'll show you. Riverside is just known for showing you something that's not happening. You just have to trust it. It is totally fine. There's no technical issues, even if it says there are.
All right. So, ChatGPT ads. Yep. Like conversion optimization for product feed campaigns. So you can now like optimize for purchases with product feeds. You can clone. You couldn't duplicate conversion optimized campaigns before, but you can now. They have a dynamic UTM parameter setting, so you can at least with they have like campaign ID, ad set ID, stuff like that, as dynamic parameters. But you can now set them on the campaign level, so you don't have to go through and change all of them all the time, which is such a pain. Took LinkedIn like I don't know 10 years to get this, but ChatGPT just has it now, and it's only been basically a couple months. They Also now have a Triple Whale integration. So Triple Whale is it's a cross-channel tracking and attribution platform. Triple Whale is mainly for e-commerce. It's like an e-commerce tracking platform. So they have that now, which is good. I didn't personally like using Triple Whale when I was using it, but it's good that they have the option.
I'm sorry, what was Triple Whale again?
It's it's an e-commerce cross-channel tracking thing.
Okay.
So it's supposed to be able to break down if instead of relying on Google and Meta to report, it just kind of puts the data together. So it should ideally give you a better picture of holistic performance.
Right.
Over everything. In my view, I didn't necessarily see it working as well as I had hoped to do. But a lot of people use it, so it's there. There's also this high touch API thing. This is a customer data platform, so it you can use it just tell who your customer is, but it gives you more information about your customers.
Nice.
You build audiences and stuff like that. They have they added pixel yeah, that's a word. Pixel validation diagnostics. So if you were actually going to measure your performance, if you're trying to diagnose how your pixel is working, this will actually help you do that. Automatic advanced matching, which is basically you give the pixel information from your customers. So you would give them, for example, their name, email, phone number, and it would be able to match it back to who owns the account on ChatGPT. And then you can use that to kind of supplement the data on the platform, because a lot of times there's issues with the cookie and everything, where you wouldn't be able to actually be able to figure out that person converted. They are launching ads now in Brazil and Mexico. So there's 2 new countries added to the the reach of the product. And then they're testing, these are in beta, these multi-product carousel ads for product feed campaigns. So beforehand with the product feed campaigns, it only showed one ad. And I can kind of show what that looks like here. It looks like, well, this is the new, this is what the product feed ads look like now. This is for a single product. But now they have the option to have a multi-product carousel, very similar to what you get on Meta.
Got it.
So that's that is what they have new now.
Interesting. Cool.
But yeah, so
any insights on any of those anything particular that struck you as particularly more interesting?
I mean, the multi-product carousel ads are nice. It's it is a nice feature to have, that they, and it brings it more in line with other paid social channels.
Right.
So, which I think is pretty valuable in general. The UTM parameter stuff is really good for, I mean, it'll help a lot with managing bigger accounts, which is going to be, it's probably going to be a thing coming up. It's probably not as, it's great that they have it, although at the current point, at this point in time, chances that you have a ton of campaigns running are probably pretty low.
Right.
Just because, it just doesn't have the, you could only, there's effectively one method of targeting and 2 campaign types.
Oh, wow.
Is really what you can do. So the reason for having a bunch of campaigns, unless you're a really large advertiser, is probably not really a great reason for it. But as everything grows, it's going to be more and more important that of a feature, just to make everything more convenient. But yeah, the conversion optimization for product feed campaigns, like that just makes sense. It was just like one thing that like they did it with the non-product feed campaigns first.
Right.
And now that has feature parity. The other like integrations are nice. Like the triple whale and the high touch thing, if you care about those, which some people do, which is good for them. But yeah, I mean, it's not as much of a like bombastic like, hey, we have all of these like new amazing features this week.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to like the conversion optimized campaigns, which were like a massive thing. And like the geo exclusion and stuff like that was really big. This is more of a minor update, but then again, it's just 1 week's worth of updates.
Well.
So, as we go along here, if they continue with this pace, they're gonna have like a fully feature complete advertising platform pretty quick.
Holy crap! Wow.
But
And what's their names again? Sparkle.
what?
What was the names? What were their names again?
Whose names?
The platform.
Oh, Triple Whale and High Touch.
Triple Whale High Touch. I don't know why I said Sparkle. my Little Pony in my head or something. I don't know. Triple Whale. Okay. High Touch. Interesting. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I guess any thoughts on your end?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Just it sounds extremely exciting. First of all, their names are awesome. uh, but yeah, I don't know. I'm a little stuck on this one. It just seems like uh, something big is about to happen with them, but I don't have a way to articulate it because like I'm just so used to all the giants and the way that they run their platforms in general. So I haven't seen anything new, at least in a long time. We haven't had an alternative, have we? You know?
Like for these types of ads?
Yeah.
No, there isn't currently. I mean, except like the closest thing that you have is the Google AI Max stuff,
Right.
but it's not.
But like full carousels, all that stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't really have. I mean, the ads that are currently on like the Google AI overviews are fairly limited in that they have like you have the option, below the standard chat of two placements of like an image. It looks very similar to the standard image like ad that ChatGPT has,
Right.
but there aren't really. They don't have many like advanced ad types yet. Like I would really bet. I have not seen them have a carousel and an AI overview, but I really do bet that it's in beta or alpha.
Yeah.
Um, because they have carousels everywhere else, so why wouldn't they have them? It seems like a natural.
Wait,
Um,
quick question. Sounds silly, but I know what beta is because that's during the testing stage. But when you say alpha, is that up or down? Like, is it obvious? It would mean the actual live model, or
no, alpha's first version,
oh, so okay,
beta's second.
that's so funny because like in like men comparing each other, alpha is like the top dog, right? Alpha and omega, and then but then beta is like a weaker man, right? And it's so funny because like it's completely opposite. Like beta is like the test, and then alpha is uh yeah, beta is the test, alpha is the preliminary, like rudimentary version, right?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just like alpha beta. Alpha means one, beta means two.
Yeah. Right.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Alphabet. Yeah.
stuff that's in alpha, you they generally only give access to like really big test accounts.
Mm.
So I'm talking like huge advertisers.
Right.
Like Apple, for example, might get access to an alpha, and they get like for testing the feature, they get usually cheaper prices
Mm-hmm.
on the ads, and they just use that to test the system. Features in alpha, if it's in for Google, if it's in beta, it probably will get released.
I see.
If it's in alpha, it's not necessarily. Um, there was an alpha, and this is just an example, like a long time ago. There's these things called suggested question ads. I don't know if you remember those. But like if you're using Google and let's see, I'm just typing something in to show you.
Mm.
So, right, see these are the people also ask down here.
Mm-hmm.
They were looking to monetize this by putting a suggested question in here.
Like a frequently asked.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you would have your answer would be sponsored.
I see.
But that never got implemented because this is basically like probably a better version. The AI overview is probably a better version of it.
Right.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, and also it's a little cleaner as far as like it's a little cleaner as far as that comes from like user generated content, not essentially paying for a better review, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
or
technically,
better,
they're putting ads in there, so
yeah, that's what I mean. Like if you're paying, you're getting the answer to the question, but it's sponsored, so it has to lean to the advertiser. Now, if it's a match, that's good, but how do you prevent against the match, right? How do you prevent against fraud, I suppose?
I mean, well, it's kind of the same. It's kind of the same on like there's kind of no way to prevent fraud either way.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. True.
But yeah, I mean, we'll have to see what they do. But
right.
Yeah. So
I like the Apple example that you used. That really made me understand. Thanks.
Yeah. So next topic is Google is going to auto upgrade. They use the word upgrade here. They're going to auto upgrade automatically created. If you have your campaign and you have the option for, there's two options that they've kind of rolled out. One was automatically created assets. So Google takes your copy and the landing page and creates text for it. Which was previously a dynamic search ad feature. So they brought that to regular campaigns, and then the other one was campaign level broad match. So, campaign level broad match is just like campaign level broad match is a stopgap solution between. Both of these actually are stopgap, or were, let's put it that way, were stopgap solutions between your standard search campaign and what is now AI Max. So basically, as of September 1st of this year, any campaign that has the automatically created assets or campaign level broad match is going to be moved to AI Max, and those features are going to go away. Which I think probably makes sense because, Google, of course, they love automatically updating things. They call it an upgrade. But in this case, it might be an upgrade because technically, if you were using automatically created assets, well, if you were using campaign level broad, you might as well just do the AI Max if you're going to do that.
Yeah.
Because
Intuitively, I think I did that intuitively in the past.
the campaign level broad is just, it's really going to operate off of Google's contextual targeting anyway. And it's not really going to, once you get to like broad keywords, like how useful, only the general direction of the keywords is going to be relevant, but it's going to, Google's going to get that from your landing page anyway.
Right.
So if you're using it, you might as well use the AI Max thing, and then at least when the AI Max, then you can be shown in the AI overviews, which is something you don't get if you just use the campaign level broad match and you don't use the AI Max.
Yeah, and the AI SERP is going to be the thing.
So like, there's not. I don't see much of a point in. I agree with Google here, which I don't always do.
Whoa! Ding! Ring a bell.
Yeah, I agree with Google that it does make sense to just make the switch and kind of deprecate these features, because really it's like them deprecating dynamic search ads. Like, yeah, it just doesn't make sense to have them anymore.
Right.
If you have a better solution. So not a huge deal, but it is
pretty cool.
It's something that, like, if you're already running campaign level broad match, then I think this is only an improvement for what you were doing.
Yeah, the AI just by default would screen a lot more stuff because it wants to please. I don't know what signals they're using before, but Broad was literally like throwing Dookie at the wall, like legitimately, and just like hoping something somewhat. It wasn't even close. Sometimes actually, sometimes it wasn't even on subject. It was, but how else were they? It took a long time to like sort that out, so they had to do something. So that's why it was pretty bad for, if you didn't have a budget for it, it's pretty bad. But here and there, once in a million years, that's what our job was to do. You found one little diamond in the rough, and that ends up being, for me anyway, that ended up being a security company, or a cybersecurity company. That one little weird word ended up being the entire. It was a stupid name too. I couldn't stand it, and that word. It was kind of fun to say though, and that word just ended up being what, like, completely put them over the roof, to the point where they had so much business they didn't even know like what to do anymore, like marketing wise. They even left us. They didn't know, because they didn't know who they were anymore. They went through 4 rebrands in like 18 months.
God.
Full rebrands.
It's a nightmare.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's useful as like an incremental method, and if you have good controls and you have good data, then it can be useful. And also, like, the less specific and broader appeal your product has, the easier it is.
Right.
Because in that case, the things that are tangentially related might actually be related enough for it to work. When in a lot of cases, something that might be tangentially related is like totally different.
Right. Right.
Like if you have a certain type of software, and like, it might bring in every competitor under the sun, and it's like, is that like super helpful for me? Probably not. But it really does depend. So next topic is, so Microsoft ads, they call this like excluded content terms for audience ads.
Okay.
So basically, this is kind of similar to negative keywords on display campaigns.
Okay.
So it looks at audience ads on Microsoft are the equivalent to display ads on Google.
Sorry, repeat that.
Like, audience ads on Microsoft are the equivalent of display ads on Google.
Oh,
it's
boy.
their display network.
Yeah, okay, I understand.
So now you can basically add they basically added the option to exclude phrases, words or phrases from your ads showing based on the page title. So you get up to 1,000 terms. Basically.
Seems like a good start. It's a start.
Yeah, it's probably like it's a good thing to have.
Yep.
Especially like, have you ever used the audience network on Microsoft?
I have not on purpose. Maybe I have not knowingly or purposely.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
It just like, because in most cases, when you and this is a problem. Just like if you're an agency and you have like small to mid-sized clients, and you're trying to get, you charge per channel, which you do at that range, and you're trying to get them to sign on to pay for you to run Microsoft ads. But in most cases, it's going to take you a while to get Microsoft ads to actually work.
Right.
And they have to deal with all of the fraud that you're going to get before that point.
Right.
So in most cases, I was able to, every time that I ran it, I was just like, I was able to get maybe them to commit for a month or two.
Right.
And then they were like, this really isn't worth it for us. Like, because if you compare it to just time spent on, if you were going to spend that same time on Google, what could you generate versus spending the time on Microsoft ads?
Right.
And it's like, yeah.
But isn't there a slight, it saves a little time, the slight hack of the duplication abilities between Microsoft and Google? Like that's a good little hack to get things kind of like at least formatted and started. On some accounts, honestly, it was just a different scale of budget, but it was copy paste and set and forget essentially, for the whole account, actually, not just a couple campaigns, like just the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, you can do that. You just have to like pause your phrase match keywords.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it myself. I'd rather, if it's a different platform, like I'm of the school of thought that like I repurpose, let's say, photos here and there, but I have the photos in different formats for for different mediums. So like always match I would say match the format of the platform that you're in. So like let's say it's Microsoft, instead of having the ability to copy Google, which I think is silly, because the audience and everything on Microsoft, as I've said a million times, they're just older. They're people working at hospitals, etc. Every government, every government computer, if they can even receive ads on certain sites, whatever. Like it's all set to PC, to Microsoft Edge. It's Microsoft. That's what it is. And then and then yeah, they don't set it to that, or sorry, they set it to the same settings as Google, where Google is, everybody on their cell phones, iPhones, etc., whatever. Where if they had just just like tailored their whole approach on Microsoft to Microsoft, then they'd probably have success with the actual audiences that are on Microsoft and not just copy and paste from Google. They cannot be the same audiences. There's no way.
Yeah, they're generally not. And you could use, like, Microsoft does have, like, for example, like industry targeting, which Google does to a certain degree, but not as good.
Right.
Because Microsoft has LinkedIn's data. So you could really use it, like, effectively there, but that is going to be different than what you're running on Google.
Yeah, should be.
It's not the same thing.
Yeah,
you're right on that.
That's why sometimes it's a lot more work, but I don't like when they'll give creatives that aren't even size. I have to change the sizes because it's not even sized up for the different platform. And it's funny. People think this is like it's like a game or something, which it kind of is, but it's not. I mean, if you take like making money seriously, meaning you give a customer a list and they say we have our designers, and you're like, okay, well guess what? These are 14 sizes. These are the sizes I need. That's it. Those are the sizes, and I need all 14 for maximum coverage. And then they lollygag around. Oh, here's the three that we got, not the right sizes, not the right. And it's like funny. Like I don't. So I'm going off on a tangent right now, but it just drives me nuts how like as a marketer, like do people think it's a made up title, a made up job? Because like I've noticed so many clients, even the good ones, I'll give advice and be like, hey, listen, like Google needs this exact 30 characters, 90 characters. You get away with it if there's a period at the end. Maybe 90, you get 91 if you don't put the period at the end. Google will slide you one, okay? Like I don't know why they do, but they do. Not on the 30, they'll do it on the 90. I'm like, no matter how good your idea is, no matter how awesome, this one client that said I mansplained, oh, he was mansplaining, because what they didn't understand after iteration was like, no, it doesn't matter how amazing your content is. If it does not fit into 30 characters or 90 characters, it doesn't make the cut. It's gone. It can't. Google does not physically allow it. And they're like, oh, he's mansplaining. Why is he mansplaining? Well, why did you 5 times? You gave me 5 different. Sorry, 4 times. You gave me 4 different. Things that don't even fit in Google's thing at all. It's like, you're 100 characters over. Like, oh, seriously, they thought those were descriptions. I'm like, just let me do it. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's like there's only so much you can do to like be, and you have to. At the end of the day, like sometimes you have to rewrite,
Yeah.
or like try to rewrite and see what they say.
I think you
But
could be even more creative. I like the guardrails, believe it or not. I've even thought that about school in the past. Like if if the teacher said 5 pages, it needs X amount citations, it needs a bibliography. This is APA, or I've done both, like a MLA or APA format. It's so precise that you can color within the lines, and then you can be creative as you want as long as you're still within the framework. So, I really, I like situations like that where, like Google, where you're forced now to think in a different way to get that to fit in. It's actually a really good exercise. So when clients don't get it, it's just weird to me that they don't understand computers at the most rudimentary level that have rules. Like at the most rudiment before Google, before anything, just the average like little plink plink computer, like playing Pong or Tetris or something. Well, Tetris is way more complicated, but Pong, it's just it has a set of rules. Even Tetris, sorry, Tetris has its rules. You can't break them. Have you ever broken a Tetris rule and survived?
nope.
No one has.
Yeah, you just have to work with whatever you're given with and try to make it make sense.
Yeah.
And you try to give at the end of the day, like now, you're just gonna give Google, you're gonna give Meta a bunch of different options, and they're gonna test it for you, like
Mhm.
with other pieces of content that you've added. So
Mhm.
really, like focusing too much on each individual headline or each individual description really isn't worth it,
Yeah.
because it's probably going to get replaced eventually when you run it for 2 weeks. Like, is it low, medium, or high? Is it actually working? If it's not, you
Mhm.
can replace it with something else.
Right.
And that's so being married to a specific copy, it just it's not worth thinking too much about.
Right.
It really is like one of the most automatable things. That is just, I don't know. I think that's, if
Oh.
anything is going to go away. Well, like AI Max, for example, like a lot of it is like generates the copy for you. So that's going away
Mhm.
first. I almost guarantee it. Um, But yeah, one last topic is that so Google is testing hyperlinks in search ad descriptions. So you have your standard, these are site links, right? The
Yeah.
ones down here in blue.
Mhm.
But Google is testing, and this is something you cannot control. This is something that's being tested on. I have to remember to do this with Riverside. But it's something that's being tested where it'll pick out certain elements of your ad copy and then like underline it and make it a hyperlink. It goes to the landing page that you set. So
Mm.
it's not it doesn't really do much other than provide like an additional point you can click on. Um but it is kind of from search engine land, but I guess it's kind of interesting. I don't know how valuable it's going to be. I guess it could help. Like you have no control over it. Um, but as far as something where you can, I don't know. The only thing like I was thinking about for this is that uh, it potentially makes like including your keywords in the ad copy more important.
Mm. But maybe the keyword theme, because the keyword itself, it can get replaced though, and it will get replaced. Like if it's better, if they're testing it as you said and it's better, so I think the theme, not the words themselves, but the keyword themes are going to be the way Performance Max has keyword themes. I think the theme is going to be like a lot more important because then it gives the AI a range within to work with of words that match that theme that would best sell the message. Like what we mentioned earlier last week. I think it was about video groups, right? About on Google how they're doing group campaign. Remember how it used to be campaign groups? Now it'll be, is it YouTube groups or I forget.
The campaign groups still exist. It's just
Yeah,
in
yeah,
addition, like video groups.
that's what I meant. An addition, not
Mhm.
saying that it got replaced, but I'm saying
Yep.
them doing just like them doing video groups. That's to make sure everything the AI is going to be able to get more into like with human input and oversight, but get into more themes that are even broader, right? That are even broader, almost just like the broad match, almost just like the broad match that you mentioned. But then having AI and humans kind of comb through and filter out kind of like what's not supposed to be there, which is why 1,000 is actually a good number, actually, for the topic we talked. I'm jumping around, but the topic that we talked about a lot earlier, 1,000 is actually, I said it's a good start, but it's actually a really good, manageable number for the people who are having to do the scrubbing.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Um.
Did I lose you?
Yeah. You did kind of jump to like back to the at the end there, back to the last topic for
Yes,
the
I did.
Microsoft ads.
Yes. Sorry, I have delay. It was a delayed. We have the studio delays.
Yeah.
So there was a time delay. Like 10 minutes later, I was like, "Wait, I knew the answer to this." Sorry, I derailed you. My bad.
Yeah.
I'll
But
stop.
it's interesting. I don't think it's going to make like a huge difference, like all things considered.
Hmm.
Um.
I
But
disagree.
I just don't know. Who knows? We'll see if it gets like further implemented. If it does, maybe it does matter a lot.
It will. It
Um.
does. You heard it first on the Paid Perceptions podcast.
But otherwise, yeah, just so some, it's going to be a relatively short episode today, but um, for some company updates, I did get a positive response to the second Paid Perceptions audit series
Yes, we'll
following
hear.
Nelson's gifts.
Yeah, I haven't. I didn't watch the second episode yet. I have it on queue. Whatchamacallit, tomorrow. I'll check it out. Probably watch this first, and then I'll check it out. Yeah.
Yeah, they said thank you for the recognition and input, and this was on TikTok. So
Right.
it is. I think we're 2 for 2 as far as getting recognition so far.
Yep.
So I think that's like pretty good overall. But yeah, I think let me check something quick. But yeah, I'll keep making those.
Sure.
But otherwise, yeah, we did get a contract signed with Credit Key. So
Awesome. Very
that's
great.
something new as well.
And you might be seeing Sam in the media sometime pretty soon, working with my media contacts to get paid perceptions a little bit out there, especially this podcast. If you read tech magazines and certain stuff, we'll send links maybe next episode or whatever, or whenever we get this done. But that's coming soon. And also, speaking of automated from before, my Freestyle Libre has arrived because apparently I'm diabetic, and so everybody was saying GLP-1, GLP-1, GLP-1. Nope, it's just if you can if you can just like stick it in your elbow and monitor it with your phone, then you know when you're up and down and over. And then I had to fight to get it, and I got it. And it's funny because that Nicole person I was talking about earlier, she works for Abbott. It's not related to how I got it, but like because she does it like heart stuff, like this Mitra clip. It's like a heart valve thing that saves people or whatever. So she does that at Abbott, but it's just really funny that Abbott is the ones that first gave me the ones where you prick your finger, which you have to bleed everywhere. It's gross. And then this, like every 2 weeks, you just throw it in your body. And then the VA, the good old Department of Veteran Affairs, took care of it, which thank God. Anyway, it's a little bit personal, but at the same time, it just shows you also, how sometimes marketing and partnerships work. Because we were trying to get the Dexcom and all this stuff for so long, and then they won't make a deal like the VA meeting, and then they made a deal with Abbott, and then bam, like now I have something that's really important for like life care, and hopefully like all the other insurance companies start doing the same thing, making deals with the pharmaceutical companies and stuff, like in a good way that benefits the consumer. And that's my soapbox for now. Sorry, I know this is supposed to be about marketing, but that is a marketing issue.
All right, cool. So I guess that's it. I will see you next week.
All right, have a good one.
Thanks. Bye.
Peace.